Welcome students. Today we will learn the topic about ray diagrams. In the last class we have seen about 3 topics. Now we will see another more 3 topics to be covered under ray diagrams. Class we have seen about the 3 conditions, that is beyond C, between F and C and at C. Now today we will see the 4th condition, that is at F. So if we take a concave mirror and this will be the pole and this will be the focus and it will be center of curvature. So now what I am doing, I am placing the object at F. Is it clear? So now I am placing the object at F. Now we need to draw ray diagrams for this. So how you will draw? Already yesterday we have discussed about the rays. So first ray is the ray which travels parallel to the principal axis and passes through the focus. Is it clear? So this is the R1. Is it clear? Now for drawing R2. So what is R2? Converse of R1. That is, the ray which is coming from tip of the object travels through focus and gets reflected and travels parallel to the principal axis. So now when object is placed at F, we can't draw that ray diagram. Why? Because see, here it is the tip. So the ray should pass from the focus. But the object is at focus itself. So how can I draw? I can't draw this. So leave it. Next, R3 ray. What is R3? The ray which should pass from center of curvature. So the ray which travels from center of curvature, what happens? It gets reflected in the same path but in opposite direction. So now if I want to draw, see, now this is the tip. So if I want to draw, so I can draw like this. But is this ray is getting reflected from the surface? No. This ray is not getting reflected from the surface. So I can't know where the image has been formed. So here when an object is placed at F, we cannot find the image. That means we cannot find the image of the object on the screen. So what are the properties of this? That the image will be formed at infinity. That means image will be formed, but somewhere at another point we cannot catch it on the screen paper. Is it clear? So see, these both lines will diverge if you draw also. See, they won't meet. That's why at F, what happens? The image will be at infinity. That means the image will be formed at infinity. So when image is formed at infinity, can we say the characteristics of the image? No, you cannot say the characteristic, because when it is forming at infinity, you can't see the image. So without seeing an image, how can you say what are the characteristics? So at F, that means when you place the object at F, you cannot see the image. So now we will see the other situation, that is when the object is placed between mirror or pole and focus. So now, so this is a concave mirror, this is pole, this is focus and this is center of curvature. So now what I am doing, I am placing the object between pole and F. So here I have written mirror. So this is nothing but the mirror. So it can be pole and F or else mirror and F. Is it clear? So I am placing an object over here. Now, so when the object is placed over here, so we need to draw ray diagrams. So what are the ray diagrams? So first is R1. So see, now R1. So what is R1? Ray traveling parallel to the principal axis should pass through focus. Is it clear? Clear everyone? And next is what? R2. So this is R1. Next is R2. So R2 is ray. It should pass through focus and gets reflected and travels parallel. But see, if the object is over here, I can draw a ray diagram from the focus, but it does not get reflected from the surface. That means when you draw a ray from focus, it does not meet the surface. Okay, so I need to draw a ray diagram. So if I draw, see here, the ray is traveling from the center of curvature. So when the ray is traveling from the center of curvature, what happens? It gets reflected in the same path. But here, what it is not reflecting from the surface. That means the ray which is passing through the center is not touching the mirror. So hence reflected ray is not possible. So in this situation also, you can't get the image. Is it clear? So what we need to do to understand this phenomena, we need to assume an assumption. So what is that assumption? Is nothing but we are drawing this ray, that is the center of curvature ray, R3 ray, which is present over here. We are drawing it backwards. That means we are extending the ray backwards. Is it clear? And next we are extending the R1 ray, the reflected ray, which is present. That means not the R1 incident ray, R1 reflected ray, which is passing through the focus. This also we are extending it. So when you extend it, they will meet at certain point. Is it clear? So that point is nothing but the image of this tip. Is it clear? So this is the image of tip. So now, why this image is formed at the backwards? Because when the object is placed between P and F, the image will be formed behind the mirror. That is, in other cases, we have seen the image on the screen. That means when you place a screen, that is either paper or in some screen, you can see the image of that object on the screen. But here, the image cannot be seen on the screen. Is it clear? But this image, you can see it in mirror. Is it clear? That means when you look into the mirror, you can see the image. Is it clear? So that's why this image is called as a virtual image. So you need to know about a real image and virtual image. See, real image is nothing but the image which can be seen on the screen. That means if you place a mirror and if you place a candle. So in between, if you keep the screen and move it, at some point you will get the image. Like same as magnifying glass. So when you move the magnifying glass, what happens? The image becomes small or it becomes enlarged. Is it clear? So like that you need to get the image on the screen. Is it clear? Then it is called as a real image. Whereas virtual image, it cannot be seen on the screen. Is it clear? But it can be seen in the mirror. That means when you place the candle and a mirror, between will be the screen. So on this screen you can't see. So you can see in the mirror itself. That means when you look into the mirror, you can see the image of the tip in the mirror. Is it clear? So that is nothing but called as virtual image. So now I have formed the image of the tip at D. Okay. Now how to find the base? Already you know. This is the R4 ray. So already in previous situations what we have seen, that drawing a perpendicular line to the principal axis. So here also same, to draw the perpendicular line to the principal axis. See now. So this is the image of A. See now the image is, the object size is this much and the image is this much. So that means what? At this position the image is enlarged. That means the size of the image is more than the object. And also you can see that, so this is AB. That means object is like AB. And your image is also like AB. That means you have got the erect image. So what are the characteristics when it is placed between mirror and F? That is, the characteristics are nothing but it is a virtual image, enlarged image as well as erect image. So you need to know erect and inverted image. So what is an erect image? So if it is same as the object. Is it clear? See now suppose if I am standing like this, if my image is also same like me, then it is called as erect image. What is inverted image? Inverted image is, see, I am standing like this. But if my head comes, when the image is formed, if my head is down and legs are up, then it is inverted. Is it clear? So erect image and diminished image. And also you need to know about enlarged and diminished image. So what is enlarged and diminished image? Enlarged is nothing but the size of the object, image will be more than size of the object. Whereas diminished image is size of the image will be less than that of the size of the object. Is it clear? So in overall, so what is the condition between pole and F? So between pole and F, what are the characteristics? It is a erect image and it is a virtual image and it is a enlarged image. And where the image is formed? And the image is formed beyond the mirror. So image is formed behind the mirror. So this is the condition between mirror and focus. Is it clear? So here the image is formed by an assumption. That means it is not a real one. When the object is placed at infinity. So infinity means somewhere we can't move. See now when you see in the mirror, something you can see in the mirror which is far away from you. But you can get the image in the mirror. Example, magnifying glass. So the sun, is it near to us? No, it is very far. But we can focus the sun image on the paper. That means when an object is placed at infinity, what will be the image formed? See. So this is the concave mirror. So at infinity, I don't know from where the rays are coming. Is it clear? So see, this is the R1 ray. It is passing through focus. And next, you can take multiple rays. Is it clear? See, has taken 4 rays. So the 4 rays are also traveling from the focus. That means it is forming the image at focus. So here we can't know from where the rays are coming. So at infinity, when the object is at infinity, the image will be formed at focus. So this image will be a point object. That means it will be a point length. That means the image, whatever the image may be, it may be a building, it may be a tree or anything, but it will be forming a point image like this. That means at focus, you can find the image like this. It will be like a dot. Is it clear? So at infinity, what are the properties of image? It will be point image. So it is a point image. So I cannot say either it is an enlarged image, diminished image or erect image or inverted image. Just it is a point image. Is it clear? And where the image will be formed? At F. Is it clear? So these are the 6 conditions for finding the ray diagram when the object is placed at different positions on the principal axis. Is it clear? So in all the cases, I have placed the object on the principal axis. Now we will see by placing the object between the principal axis. Is it clear? Suppose if I am keeping the object beyond C. So already we have seen. See, in the last case, we have seen that the candle was placed on top of the principal axis. But here I am not placing it between the top of the axis. I am placing in between the axis. Now I need to draw the ray diagrams. Try yourself in your papers. So now first, R1. Traveling parallel to the principal axis and passes through focus. And next, traveling through the focus and passing through, traveling parallel to the principal axis. So where these 2 rays have met? Here. Is it clear? Next, from the bottom I am taking the 2 rays. That means from top and from bottom. So from here also I am taking 2 rays. So first ray is R1. That is traveling parallel to the principal axis and passing through focus. Is it clear? And next, passing through the focus, traveling parallel to principal axis. So where I have got the image? A. So this is A and this is B. So this is the image I got. Is it clear? So object. That means when the object is placed beyond C, the image will be diminished image. And is it a vertical, erect or inverted? It is a inverted image. Is it clear? So this is the condition when the object is placed between the principal axis. That means principal axis will be passing from the object. So now we will summarize all the conditions. So first condition we have seen is beyond C. So beyond C, the image was what? Inverted and it was diminished and it was a real image. Next, at C. So at C it was inverted image, size was same size, neither it was reduced nor it was increased. And it was a real image? Yes, it was a real image. Next, between F and C. So between F and C it was inverted and between F and C it was of diminished size and next it was a real image. Next, at F. So what is at F? At focus at infinity. So we cannot say the characteristics of this. And next is between F and P. Is it clear? So between F and P, what was? It was a erect image and it was a enlarged image and it was a virtual image. And here where the object image was formed. So position of image. So position of image beyond C, where it was? It was between F and C. Next, at C, it was at C. Next, between F and C, it was beyond C. Next, at F, it was at infinity. Next, between F and P, it was behind the mirror. See here, it's a correction. That between F and C, the image will be enlarged. Is it clear? So, another situation is at infinity. So, at infinity, so what happens? We can't know this. And the image will be point image, point size. And where it will be formed? It will be formed at focus. So, these are the 6 conditions of the placing the object and to obtain the images on the screen. Is it clear?